What is something that makes you say man, I effing hate people? Working in customer service. People who litter. Especially when there is a bin literally a meter away. My dog ran away 5 days ago and I've been posting on every website trying to find him. Someone posted him as found yesterday and someone else claimed him. Had to contact the police to help me finally get him back after 5 hours of headache because the person that found him blocked me and they were only trying to cooperate after the Facebook group that originally thought he was returned to his rightful owner put them on blast for stealing my dog. People ducking suck man edit, forgot how to Reddit. Here's a picture of my little guy Sly Cooper https://imgur.com guy I also thank you so much for gold making my day a little better smile. Managers firing competent workers to secure their own position. Plastic litter on nature trails is really ducked up to me, like how does one enjoy a nature trail and at the same time think it's okay if we all toss Gatorade bottles there? Workplace politics. Period. Guess this common evil that makes working life a continuous, living medium-grade hell for every one of us struck a chord. This is my shortest comment that got the most upvotes, and lot of metal thrown at it, for the first time. Thanks a lot to all you kind anonymous Redditors for the platinum, gold and silver. Got me a peep into her platinum and lounge as well. Also rip my inbox. Trying to reply individually to each comment, especially the ones I feel the most for, the people who had to give up their position for being victims of office cloak and dagger politics. But with so many replies pouring in, may not be able to keep up, though I am reading every one of them. When a coworker decides to correct me by sending a passive-aggressive email and copying the boss and the whole group instead of just saying something to me privately and in person. Might seem trivial but it ducking drives me nuts when people get off an escalator and just stop and decide where they want to go next. It's like I can't stop this thing, you need to keep moving. Also people who stand in doorways. Edit, wow, I am so glad others feel the same. Also thank you kind stranger for my first gold. People being assholes to server hosts at a restaurant. Anytime I hear about rape gangs, child prostitution rings or morgue parties, a lot of people are just screwed in the head. People like Epstein were so brazenly breaking the law. Lately there have been quite a few instances of someone or potentially multiple people putting poison meat out near dog parks. There is absolutely no valid reason to do that and I hope they catch the asswipes. People who say oh it's their job to clean up after me or I'm making sure that they're still employed as an excuse for not cleaning up after themselves in public. Like no. You don't leave a soda spilled everywhere and then not even attempt to clean it up. You don't leave rolls and rolls of toilet paper all over the floor in the bathroom. You don't leave bags of popcorn and drinks and popcorn all over a theater floor and seats. Take responsibility. Clean up your mess. People that find the utmost joy in saying nasty shit behind others' back. Either that or people that plot on other people's demise, you know, like sit there and watch them make a mistake only to use it against them for their own personal gain when they could have just helped them in the first place. People who mistreat animals. I just can't fathom the mindset that enables someone to hurt truly innocent creatures. People who drive drunk or texting. People who don't return their grocery cart. Like, who do you think you are? Porch pirates. People thinking hey I know that's not mine but I want it so I'm taking it makes my blood boil. When people twist the truth and accuse you of things you didn't do and people side with them. When they did something obviously wrong and still openly denies it. Adults who take youth sports way too seriously. Animal cruelty really makes my blood boil. People who can't take no for an answer and will push you to agree accept what they say. People who can't accept criticism when they duck up and affect other people's lives. People who can't have a discussion where they are being told a fact and they disprove it because back in the day, or authority arguments should always win. It teaches you some hardcore patience when you have to deal with people like these on the daily. When people don't pick up their dog's poop. YouTube or Instagram social media influencers who make a living off being an obnoxious piece of shit, with thousands millions of mindless drones rooting them on, buying their merch, giving them advertising power, and imitating them. Edit, and to clarify, I'm not talking about all influencers, I'm specifically talking about ones who harass, annoy, and distress people, usually completely random bystanders, cause drama, and have a mindless legion of followers who support it all the way. People who abuse their power and get away with it scot-free. Every day when I hear about the next despicable vile thing done by the human race, especially if it involves kids or animals, people can be so cruel. So a guy was tailgating me. Seriously. Not like he was kicked off close. I'm talking I tap brakes and we are both done kicked off close. I'm going over the speed limit too. So when he finally goes to pass me, I go to flick him off. I turn to do it, but he's already flicking me off, totally taking the steam out of my middle finger. He was the one driving like an asshole. Gestures broadly at everything. Driving. I always ponder the dangers of overpopulation when driving. When people slow down as soon as they cut in front onto your lane on the highway. Worst is when they do it with no blinkers. My job. Oh. And people. People make me hate people. People who abuse other people, or abuse animals. The fact that people at festivals care about Earth and the amount of litter on the ground is disgusting. Not to mention even if every bit of it was picked up it would still end up on the ground and these people somehow think okay. Kind of a giant double standard if you ask me. Anyone who is cruel to their animals. Neglecting feeding them or vet care. I don't understand those type of people or why they do this. A dog in my country went viral because it was recently put to sleep because acid was thrown at it. The pics were of her raw skin and to see the owner posting her before pic was unreal. Owner was not responsible. Dog escaped and whoever did it hasn't been found. How some people have the duck you as long as I get mine mentality to a degree where they do it with petty shit. The people who want to fight you when they cut in line at the grocery store. The people that cross the street without giving a shit about traffic, the people who buy hyped products just to resell, the people who rush to the front of the line at a catered lunch and then take extra portions to take home for later. There are enough people screwing most of us on a super large scale, now I have to deal with you taking all the Halloween candy out of the take one bucket just because you feel like you are more important than everyone? SMH. White supremacy. Traffic, queues, people talking loudly, basically people. People make me hate people. The psychotic levels of greed, hostility towards one another and total lack of empathy that prevents us from living in a utopia. Imagine if we could all get along and work together. No wars, no poverty, no impending climate change disaster. Slower traffic not keeping right. People that stand in front of elevator, subway, bus etc. related doors before letting people off. Watching someone carelessly flick a used cigarette butt on the ground. Dealing with customer service. Dumping rubbish on the side of quiet country roads or reserves including mattresses, lounges and fridges. Duck those people, if you got it there you can get it to the dump. I dunno, I find I get a bit miffed at bigotry. Also mother duckers who fucking walk adjacent to each other on a narrow fucking sidewalk and then have the gall to tighter act put out when I don't gracefully slide out of their way. Fuck those cunts. My current employers just let my fiancée go yesterday simply because she asked about an opening in another department. When he walked into the office to let her go, he just sat down and said, "Velp, we're done." I'm absolutely livid and I can't look the owners in the eye anymore. Literally fired for being honest. I fucking hate Indiana. An at-will employment state.